Hi, I'm Janelle, but you can just call me Jelly, and today this is the first of my wedding series videos. So if you just got engaged, this is the video for you. I'm going to simply share all the things that have happened so far. I only got engaged just a month ago, and if you're not really sure what to start, I'm happy to share with you right now of my beginning first immediate wedding planning process and where I started and what I did and what I wish I did. So, let's first talk about the engagement. I got engaged to my fiance Eric. One thing that I'm happy that we did do was pick out the rings together. It was very special. It was a lot of fun. This is actually a cushion setting, so it's like a square within an oval. It's got a little bit of a twist on the side, but then I wanted it plain on the bottom. And I just went for a really classic, like, white gold. And it was especially helpful for him to go and pick it out with me, and it was a lot of fun. And then it was something to look forward to. So he had the ring, and I didn't really know when he was going to propose, but he did end up proposing on his family vacation that I've been going on with him and his family every year. He asked me to be his girlfriend there, and then he asked me to be his fiance, the same place and the same way he asked me to be his girlfriend, so that was really special. So he kind of just proposed, and then we walked down to the beach, and his whole family was there. They had a bottle of champagne, and his sisters had got me some cutesy little gifts. So like some like Mr. and Mrs. koozies, and like one of like this kind of like I'm changing my last name tumbler, and then also this like ring dish, which I highly recommend getting if you don't have one, because if you're not used to wearing rings like me, it's been nice just to take off and set in here. And then I also have I saved the cap from the bottle of champagne that we popped. So the next thing, as far as getting engaged, I am so glad that his mom took pictures of us within the moment. I was just kind of wearing comfy shorts and a tank top, and I was like, I don't know if I want my picture taken because I'm like crying, and I call it the ugly cry photo. But I am really happy that someone took pictures of us in the moment to remember that special moment for us. But then what we did was we ended up getting more dressed up later on, taking pictures on a nice spot. We were in the Adirondacks, so we ended up taking pictures in a nicer spot and dressed up that we could post on to social media. Which brings me to my next thing here, is something that I'm really glad that I did was I called all of my family and friends personally before posting on social media. I was pleasantly surprised of how much people really enjoyed and appreciated the personal phone call. I started with my mom and dad because I was on the vacation with his family. Then I called grandma and then all my aunts. And if it was just something, if they couldn't get back to me, I'd just say, hi, just call me back when you get a chance. I have something to share with you, something like that. So that was really, I'm so glad I did that. That was really special for a lot of people. Then I posted on social media about like a week later or so. So I just didn't want anybody to find out on social media and not know. Let's start of like where to start. So you just got engaged, and where the heck do you start? So what I did was we started with just writing down a list of names. So we were on that family vacation. I said, all right, everybody, let's sit down and go through the Deck family tree. And it was a lot of fun. So I had already gotten a notebook. My mom had bought me this notebook, this Vera Bradley notebook, and a matching pen and a matching backpack. So that when like we were going somewhere, I could put like all the pamphlets and papers right inside the backpack and keep it with me. So that's been very helpful. And she knew that he had the ring. I told her when we picked out the ring, and then he asked my dad, just very simple. It doesn't have to be this extravagant thing, just because he was really nervous about it. Oh, shit. So I had a notebook, a specific wedding notebook to just start writing stuff down, just kind of doing like a brain dump into pen and paper. and we sat down and we did the family tree. And it was a lot of fun to do with this family because they're trying to remember, okay, this person's married to this person with and whatnot. So we were able to get a general number. So a place to start is to get a number of guests before calling a venue, because when you call a venue, they're going to want to know number of guests and a date. So what I did for as far as venues so I have like a bigger family. We're rather close knit. So some of them, a lot of his side is all going to be out of town. So that was something we kept in mind when picking a venue. And then as far as a guest count for coworkers, I kept it to just coworkers that I have hung out with outside of work to make that easier in decision making. So let's see what's next. I had a bunch of list of venues as people were suggesting them to me leading up to the engagement because I knew I was going to get engaged. So when I call the venue, these are some of the questions that I asked. Hi, I'm looking for venues available summer 2024. This is our date. We're looking for Saturdays or whatever, but this is the exact date that we're looking for. This is the number of guests. Can you accommodate that? If they ask what your budget is, you can say our budget depends on what's included. And then some of the other questions I would ask over the phone was, do you do sit down, buffet, or stations? Do you do open bar? Do you have an area for the ceremony? And then how long will you hold the date, which was I looked at only 2 venues, and they said they would hold the date for a week. So here are some things that I didn't do that I wish I did just within this first month of planning is making a wedding specific email. I just found this morning a tip somewhere that she made a email. It was his last name wedding at gmail.com to give to venues, so that way all of her wedding vendor emails were in one place. So I think that's something I am going to still do. Another thing I wish I did was buy outfits so that I have things to wear to these appointments and stuff. I had like a sundress, I have like this dress to wear to venues, but I wanted to feel a little bit more dressed up than a sundress. We're looking at, this is summertime right now. Especially into the winter, the weather gets weird around here. So I want to make sure I am buying some outfits that I feel like a bride and feel not over or underdressed. Another thing I kind of made a little oops on was I kind of sprung it on my fiance that we were going to look at something in a few hours before it happened. This is when I called the venue. It was about a week after. And I said, oh, we're going to go on Wednesday. And then all of a sudden it was, oh, we're going at 1 o'clock today. So a thing to keep in mind is make sure that everybody's on the same page. Everybody knows time and date and just kind of plan things out. Make sure you write them down and everybody's in the loop because it made him a little nervous that there was like a change of plans. And also just keep in mind, I don't really know how to say this tip in a good way. I did see somebody else say this, that just so you know, your fiance may not be as excited as you are to plan, but still keep them. It's your day. You want to make sure you both are on the same page and that you both are going to come up with a day that you both enjoy. Okay. I think that was good. I did do one of these videos before, but I was kind of rambling around. So I hope this was more of in like a consecutive order. I think I'll show you some of the outfits that I got on Amazon, but I don't really like many of them. I'm going to send them back, but I will link them. They might be better for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to keep track and plan my wedding with you. I've had this channel for gaming and crafting, and it's kind of changed over the past few years. So if you are a DIY kind of bride, I do a crafting stream every Monday called Make It Monday. And last week we already started making a sign, and this week I'm going to make a shirt, for example. I tried to make one of these real quick, just like a little wood block sign with some iron on wood kind of things. So a lot of fun. So please like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.